What's happening, everybody? It's Rod with the Pow Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Today's Wednesday, December 11th, and it's been absolutely brutal out there. We were talking about MSOS in the Pow Group private community today, and I wanted to come on do a video of getting a lot of questions about this one. Will we ever see a bottom is the most popular question at the moment, and that would pertain to MSOS. I don't think anybody ever thought it would go this low, and obviously, Florida not passing, there was a bunch of reasons why we're seeing a capitulation bottom here, and it's just been brutal. Like I said, it's kicking us when we're down. It's not easy to look at. I'm definitely right there with you. I feel you. It's brutal out there. We just have to be patient a little bit longer, and it may get worse before it gets better, especially with the tax loss selling that's still hanging overhead. So, good news is leading into 2025, I think we're going to see a shift in the market. I think we're going to see high risk on euphoria. We're going to see small cap stocks really start to make a comeback as we start to see some rotation out of big tech, I think, over the next couple of months. Before we get to it, make sure to smash the like. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell. You'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. And as always, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. And you should never buy or sell anything based on anything that I say or write. I also do own MSOS in my portfolio. It's not a huge position, but I like to pick individual stocks and avoid the fees. I've done thousands and thousands of hours on these companies, right, on these MJ stocks. So I just like to pick a handful and then I roll with those. And then MSOS, it's a good way to diversify and also get access to multiple different companies all in one, obviously, through an ETF, right? So I think, overall, long term, I don't think you can go wrong with MSOS. It's just, like I said, if you're already putting in the work, why not just pick a few individual companies that you think are going to make it long term? If you haven't seen my MJ portfolio video as well, you can check that out. And I'm constantly adding. I'm going to be looking to add more. I'm holding off for now. I'm getting a lot of questions as well. Am I adding at these levels? I'm basically just being patient, focusing most of my efforts on crypto at the moment. And I know that's not easy to hear, right? You see crypto and big tech and Tesla, everything hitting all-time highs, and we have MJ hitting all-time lows or 52-week lows, right? It's not easy to see, but I'm just being completely honest with everybody, and I'm just letting you know that I'm not adding any MJ right now until the new year. Once 2025 rolls around, I'll get an extra $7,000 into my TFSA, which is a tax-free savings account here in Canada, which means you can contribute $7,000 extra of your own money into this account, and it grows tax-free. So I'm going to be waiting for that before I add any MJ stocks, and I'm also going to be waiting until I take crypto profits to roll them into more beaten down MJ. So that was two questions that I got a lot: was am I adding now, and where's the bottom at on MSOS? So we'll bring up the chart here in just a second, but you can also follow us over on X as well. Handle for that is @GroupPow. So there was a daily bear flag that confirmed on MSOS. If we take our fib tool here from the high to the low of the dump, you can see here we had a very weak bounce on the daily time frame. And anything under 573, that 0.382 fib was a potential for a daily bear flag. Once we came down and lost support there at 480, that confirmed it with a very weak bounce, lower high and lower low. And then 480 was lost, and you just take your measured move there from the high to the low. Make sure you have it on log scale as well. And I'll just do that real quickly. And you can see that it's saying about 380 was the target, and we closed the day today right at 380. We did close at the low of the day, which is not a good sign. We did pop a tiny bit after hours, but not much, just a few pennies. And there was an hourly bear flag as well, targeting 373. At the moment, not looking good. And you could even draw a horizontal line there, and this would be a descending triangle as well. So that is not good. Generally, when you have these patterns, they're most common found at, like basically a bull market, right at the end of a bull market, whenever you're starting to go the other way and you're starting to see a downtrend, a longer term downtrend form. Generally, these are more popular there, but the psychology is still there. And essentially, it's just a series of lower highs. We only have a few here on the support line. Generally, you want to see a little bit more than that. Maybe if we would have came down there and tested it, but we do have, the last 4 candles or so. We could even use the real candle body there. And that would be a nice area right there. And then we would just take our measured move here of the apex. I usually use the real candle bodies as well, and that's saying about $3.07 potentially. And that makes sense too, right? Like we still have another, 3 weeks? If we just take a look at the calendar, 2.5 weeks, a little less than that, before the end of the year. Remember, they have to sell, I think the last day to sell is the 27th, because it takes a couple days to settle in the back end, right? So if you're going to do tax loss harvesting, I'm pretty sure it's December 27th is the last day. So that means another couple of weeks at least of tax loss selling, which I think, we're leading into the new year, like I said, we'll start to pick up some momentum, and that's also going to align with the broader market. We're probably going to see big tech top out, and then we're going to see a lot of that money rotate, and we'll see sort of like a small cap stock season. And I think that could happen around the same time that we see alt season. And like generally in those types of markets, right, when you see all markets exploding, you usually get that phase in the mania phase right at the end of the bull market, whether it be, crypto or in tech, big tech, AI, whatever it is. Usually you see the smaller caps run at the end, right? And then you have a multi-year bear market. So I think something similar is going to happen where we're going to see big tech top out. We're going to see money rotate into some of the, the Russell 2000, for example, into some of those small cap, mid cap names. And then I think that's, a period where MJ might actually thrive and see some serious momentum as a result. And we'll see what happens. Like the rescheduling timeline has been scheduled into the spring, so we're going to see it lines up well. I think we're going to see a market top at some point in late February, potentially in March, and then we'll probably form a lower high on the monthly time frame, confirm a monthly downtrend, and then probably a multi-year bear market on big tech and the broader market. But I think MJ, obviously, it's been beaten down for so long that I think it could become one of the best performing sectors. So we just have to be patient. I think that, a lot of people are going to be looking at this similar to the way I am, and that is basically waiting for big tech and crypto to top out. And then on crypto topping out, I'm going to be cashing out a lot of those profits and rotating it into more beaten down MJ. And I know a lot of people in the POW Group private community, we've been talking about that amongst members, and a lot of people have the same plan as me, and it's not just members as well. I'm on social media and I see people commenting on my videos, commenting on my posts. I comment on other people's posts, and we talk in the comments, and a lot of people I see are waiting for crypto to top out to rotate into more MJ stocks. So it's a very common thing at the moment. So I think there's a lot more than many people think. And I also posted a video as well not too long ago. It was Raoul Pal, and this guy's a big crypto guy, and he had a guy on his channel talking about MJ stocks. Let's just scroll down and see if, I can't remember if it was a live stream or not, but I post so many videos lately, it's hard to remember them all. I'll just go up here and search for it. But yeah, this guy was a huge Bitcoin guy. Yeah, Raoul Pal and Mark Hart discuss MJ. And I posted this about a month ago, 660 views. So yeah, it wasn't a live stream. So if you go to videos and just scroll down, it should just be a month ago. But like I said, I've been cranking out the videos, so it shouldn't be too far around here. It should be right around here. But yeah, these guys are, crypto maxis. So the fact that they're crypto maxis talking about MJ stocks, again, it's kind of planting that seed. Anyway, if you just search PAL, I can't seem to find it here at the moment. It's getting late in the day and I'm tired. It's also super cold here on the West Coast again. One thing I don't love about Edmonton, love Edmonton, love the city, don't love the minus 50 weather. But on the weekly time frame, nothing really good to see here either. Weekly MACD, stochastic, extremely bearish, extremely depressing chart. Really, when you boil it down, it is really, really brutal. Like I said at the beginning of the video, but yeah, we're absolutely decimated here on the weekly moving averages. Daily time frame nowhere near daily moving averages. So silver lining, we're probably getting close to a bottom, and we're going to see a massive bounce soon, right? The good thing about these moving averages, we usually gravitate back towards them, right? Even if we get extended to the upside. Downside doesn't matter, right? We usually come back and back test them. So same thing with the weekly time frame. I think we should be back up, at some point in 2025, somewhere around that $5 to $7. If we get rescheduling, safer banking, new administration coming in, if we get full blown descheduling, there's no telling, really how high these things can go if we get descheduling. That would be absolutely massive. But, is it going to happen in 2 years, 4 years? At the end of the day, we just have to be patient. It's going to be at least a year or two before we see, the whole sector at sort of like a crypto stage, right? We're not going to see 52-week highs and all-time highs across the whole sector anytime soon. It's going to be at least a year or two. I mean, I would happily be wrong about that, but we definitely have to be patient. And one good thing out of the way is we got our daily bear flag, but it's looking like we might see $3, unfortunately. So don't hate me. I'm just the messenger relaying what the charts are saying. And like I said, I know it's brutal. I know it's day after day after day, 52-week low, all-time low, new all-time low every day. when a lot of names are hitting new all-time highs every day. But it just goes to show you, right? It's cyclical. This is what happens. It happened in crypto. It happened multiple times in crypto. It happened multiple times in MJ, and we have so many catalysts to be on the lookout for here in the next couple of years. So, there's so much growth, it's not even funny. We just have to be patient. And like I said, the great thing about the crypto market is we're entering that euphoric phase where it's looking like it's going to top out soon, I would say in the next few months. And then that's probably going to be beneficial for MJ, similar to what happened in 2017, 2018 when we saw major reform in Canada. All right, going in it there, it's Rod with Power Group. Thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth. Hopefully this video was helpful, and we'll catch you on the next one.